last June. The start of the playoffs, baby. Two teams fighting it out to move to the next round, and I mean fighting it out. This is hockey. This is our game. This really gets the insulin pumping.
And whatever he meant by that, we'll be back for the national anthems after these messages.
You're wearing that? Why are you eating now?
I'm hungry.
Keeper, we're gonna be eating in an hour.
Or if you call what Lisa cooks food.
Get dressed. Your clothes are on the bed.
Do we have to go?
Yes, Keeper. You promised last Friday. We're going.
I don't feel too good.
After staying out till 3 last night, I don't doubt it.
But it's the first game of the playoffs.
Yeah, and I doubt it'll be the last then. Stupid season goes till July.
Your car won't start. It's really cold out, about 30 below.
No, it's not.
Your battery's shot.
Did you plug in the charger?
Yeah.
It'll start.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Crap.
It'll start.
So after 20 minutes of play, it's still knotted at 0-0. Shots are Calgary 11, Edmonton 9. It's been a clean game so far, only one penalty call against each side. And for a game like
But
this...
that's all show. You can tell things are gonna get real chippy real soon. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a major scrap before the night's over.
You think it's that serious?
Sure do. They both got their game faces on. You got one side pushing the other in the corners, giving each other a little of this, a little of that. There's gonna be big trouble before the night's over.
Car feels terrible. Maybe we should just stay home. It might not start later.
We'll be fine. You can always take a cab or call a tow truck.
I'll give you $10. We can rent that English movie you wanted to see.
Keeper, we're going.
$10. I'll give you a foot rub while we watch the English movie.
Keeper.
Please, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please. Crap.
So, Keeper, what have you learned since the last time?
About what?
About food, Keeper. About food.
Some soups are supposed to be served cold.
Good, and?
Don't fill up on appetizers.
And?
The best way to get lobster out of its shell is by using the tools provided, not by banging it against the edge of the table.
Very good.
You know, Keeper, you really should learn to speak menu.
Speak menu. Be a whole lot easier if people just learned how to cook in plain English.
Come on in. Hi. I was beginning to think you weren't coming. Dan, honey, can you come grab these coats? Nice shirt, Keeper.
Jilly picked it up.
Why aren't I surprised?
Jilly. Keeper, nice to see ya.
So what did you bring us?
Chablis.
Very good, Keeper. You're so cute at that age. Jilly, this is Jim and Elsa.
Nice to meet
They're
you.
at the university with Dan. And this is Keeper.
It smells wonderful. Do I detect fresh ginger?
Chinese. Don't you just love it? I splurged at Lee's on 13th. 4 kinds of mushrooms. I hope I don't activate anyone's allergies. It is just peanuts you're allergic to, right?
Just peanuts. But you don't ever see them around the supper table.
Oh, no, not true. I cook with peanuts a lot. Peanut chicken, Vietnamese salad, peanut butter pie, Thai food. But I didn't use any peanuts tonight.
Glass of white wine, Jilly?
Yes, thanks.
Scotch, right?
Beer.
Glass?
Bottle.
Need anything else?
You keep them watered, I keep them fed.
Keeper, where are you going?
Bathroom. Okay?
So?
What?
So how are things?
Fine. Why?
Nothing, it's, well, just a bit of tension.
Right.
Is he still on thin ice?
And getting thinner all the time.
Jilly, you deserve more than a house painter.
It's honest work, Lisa. It's just that every time I try to elevate him above a grilled cheese sandwich, he digs in his heels. I can never use the good china. It's like he's raised by wolves. And then he comes along with a box of chocolates and a foot rub for no apparent reason. Just because, he says, but it's as if he knows, you know?
No one will blame you. I know I won't. Bon appetit.
Ah, the little leaves from Brussels. This is what we call them back home.
What is it?
Smoked salmon dip with endive.
Endive.
Whatever. So, Lisa tells me that you're in literature.
Canadian literature, actually.
Really?
Well, strange, I know, for a couple of Europeans. But we both find the style simplistic and compelling, generally.
I hope you don't mind if I ask, but what would you do with something like that?
When we finish our doctorate in a year or so as a team, we are to go back to University of Budapest, where we are to open an Institute of Can Lit.
Wonderful.
And what is it you do, Jilly?
She works at a bank.
I'm in charge of the loan department.
Amazing. For one so young. You have many people working for you.
She's the only one. She's the Loans Arranger.
Jilly right here, and Elsa beside her, and Dan, and Jim, you're right here to my right. And Keeper, yours is the one with the fork.
But anyway, we must have had at least 50 of these yellow bikes. You could get a government grant for anything in those days.
Student exchange is teaching macrame, going to Montreal to learn French.
The one that we had for the bikes was a federal grant.
Now, we bought all these bikes at a police auction and we painted them yellow and placed them on special racks around the city.
The idea was that anyone could use the bikes for free, and when you were done with it, you just put it in one of the racks provided so that someone else could come along and use it.
I think I heard of something like this in Amsterdam. And you had no trouble with theft?
Well, we thought that might happen, but we didn't let it stop us. You know, otherwise it wouldn't have been a project.
The reason we bought them at a police auction was so that we wouldn't lose much if someone did make off with them.
Oh. And we just bought the old clunkers, you know, the ones that didn't look worth stealing.
Keeper fixed them up. He's good with his hands.
Yeah, then we've got the yellow paint, and that made them look really quite ugly. But, you know, if anyone wanted to steal one, they'd have to go all that trouble of repainting it.
Oh, it's a great idea. I mean, save gas, save the planet, trust the community. Well, it was 1977. People thought about stuff like that in 77.
So what happened? We've been here for over a year and haven't seen any of these bicycles.
Well, Elsa, that was years ago.
Within 2 weeks, they were all stolen.
Oh, Keeper, you are so funny. So, Keeper, I am curious about your name.
My name's Donnie. That's what my mom calls me.
But everyone else just calls him Keeper.
How did that happen?
Well,
Well, we'd known each other for years, and then one day, well, one night actually, we found ourselves in a relationship that seemed like a keeper.
So you are going to keep him then?
Well, the relationship's a keeper. I'm still not too sure about him.
I love her, I love her, I love her, but if she tells a pate story, I swear I'll...
Now, this was the only big trip that I've taken with him, and we're in London in this little pub with my friends Alan and Denise, and somebody says, try the pate. It's really quite good here. So he orders the pate, takes one bite, and spits it out into his plate. Then he takes it up to the barman, and you know what he says? He says, I can't eat this stuff. It tastes like liver.
Oh, well, Keep. No liver here. Or deadly peanuts lurking in the bean sprouts.
What happens with this peanut allergy of yours? Hives?
Not hives. I go into shock, my throat closes up, and I can't breathe.
Oh, you mean it's that serious?
I could actually die.
I used peanut oil in the stir fry. I didn't say anything earlier because I'm thinking peanuts, not peanut oil. Well, it's the best kind for the wok. It has the highest smoke point. Keeper, are you going to be all right?
Yeah, that's fine. Oil's okay. No problem. I hope.
Do you know the only thing that really bothers me about Saskatchewan? The cold. I have to put on so much clothes when I go anywhere. And then when I go into a building, I am so warm with all these layers. I have my big coat and sweater and nowhere to put them.
Well, you know what we need here? We need a whole bunch of yellow coats. Racks and racks of ugly yellow coats that you can pick up for free when you go outside.
Are you alright, Keeper? What do we do if you start to
This is hot as hockey. This is our game. This really gets the insulin pumping.
Keeper!
Huh?
I said, what do we do if you start to swell up?
Just get me to a hospital. They'll give me a shot of something. Insulin, I think.
Insulin? I do not think I have ever heard of using insulin for an allergic reaction.
Well, you know, guys, I could do an emergency tracheotomy with a ballpoint pen. Like I learned in that first aid class. I've only done oranges and grapefruit. It'd be great to do a real one.
Dan?
I wanted to do a cadaver that summer I worked in the morgue, but I was afraid I'd get caught. Damn it! I've gotten some flannel on the tracheotomy incision. Oh well, we'll clean it up later.
Mr. Ellen, report to reception.
Doctor, he seems to be having more trouble breathing.
Nurse, 15 cc's of insulin. Staff.
Yes, doctor. Whatever.
Not insulin.
What the hell is he saying?
He's saying, not insulin.
What does he want? I'm the doctor.
Amino acids. No, the stuff that makes you lift cars.
What is he saying? Nurse, what is he saying?
I can't make it out, doctor. Something about his car.
His car? The man is dying of an allergic reaction and all he can think of is his car? That's the lower classes for you. Nurse, do you have that insulin?
Anyway, I kept telling him to wear his medical alert bracelet, but he wouldn't listen to me.
Well, that'll teach him.
Nurse!
Right here, doctor.
Swab.
Swab.
Syringe.
Syringe.
We would like to remind you that there is no parking in the red zone. Could we have a priest to OR number 3?
Keeper, coffee in the living room.
You don't see many games like that, I tell you. Remember what I said a couple hours ago? It was gonna get scrappy.
But no major brawl. It was more of a finesse game than anything.
Well, you can't have everything. Looks like they were dead in the water there for a minute.
And what a comeback from Calgary. Down 3, and they tied it with a minute and a half left and scored the winner in overtime.
No kidding.
Any surprises tonight?
Not a one. These two teams come out knocking heads year after year. But you see, the respect is there, too.
It was a great game by all accounts.
And the best part is we get to do it all again tomorrow.
I got it wrong, you know. It's supposed to be adrenaline, not insulin. Just in case something were to happen.
I know that. Everybody knows that.
I was thinking about Dan, you know, sticking the pen in my chest for a breathing tube. And I was more worried about a piece of cloth from my shirt getting into my chest.
What?
And when he was sticking the breathing tube in my chest.
They put it in your throat, Keeper, not your chest.
Oh. I guess I don't have anything to worry about then.
No, not about that.
What's that supposed to mean? How come you told the pate story?
What do you mean, why did I tell the pate story?
Was it to make me look stupid?
I don't know. I just told it, okay? What difference does it make?
Don't ever tell that story again, okay? Please?
Okay. Fair enough. The next time that we do something that I want to do, could you not be such a big baby about it?
Sure.
You goof. Let's go home.
So yeah, wanna pick up a pizza?
4 kinds of mushrooms?
Oh, Keeper, you are so funny.